Character profiles. Maomao, a former pleasure district apothecary. After a stint in the rear palace and then the royal court, she now finds herself an assistant to the medical office. She used to be quite prickly, but she's gotten much softer. She still retains her love of all things medicinal and poisonous, however, as well as her contempt for her biological father, Laken. She's finally started to seriously entertain Jinshi's feelings. 21 years old. Jinshi, the emperor's younger brother. Inhumanly beautiful. His astounding looks are at odds with his straightforward personality, and the disconnect can cause misunderstandings. In his next life, he wants to be like Lahan's brother. Real name, Ka Zuijetsu. 22 years old. Basin, Gaoshiren's son, Jinshi's attendant. He has feelings for His Majesty's former consort Lishu, sometimes called a bear in men's clothing. 22 years old. Chu, wife of Gaoshiren's son Bayu. She acts silly, but she's a member of the Mi clan and an expert at gathering intelligence. She sustains such serious injuries rescuing Maomao that she has to give up being Jinshi's lady-in-waiting. Gaoshiren, a well-built soldier, he was formerly Jinshi's attendant, but now he serves the emperor personally. His wife, Daomai, is Jinshi's lady-in-waiting, and has her husband thoroughly cowed. Lahan, the younger brother of his older brother, Lahan's brother. A small man with round glasses, he's nonetheless popular with women, for some reason. He has a head for numbers and knows how to swim with the tide. Lahan's brother. Lahan's older brother. He's actually a very capable person, but because he doesn't realize that, he always seems to come up with the short end of the stick. He'd almost given up on having anyone actually call him by his real name. He has a gift for farming. Laken dotes on his daughter Maomao. Luorman's nephew. A freak with a monocle, he nonetheless holds the military's highest title, Grand Commandant. Has a sweet tooth but can't hold his alcohol. Lihaku, a burly soldier. Sort of like everyone's older brother. Hopes to buy out the courtesan Perrin's contract. Suiren, Jinshi's lady-in-waiting and former wet nurse. A real soft touch when it comes to Jinshi. Empress Gyokuyu, the emperor's legal wife. An exotic beauty with red hair and green eyes. She's the mother of the crown prince, but because she comes from the western capital, many feel she's not fit for her office. 23 years old. Yao, Maomao's colleague and Vice Minister Lu's niece. She may not know much about the world, but she's trying to make it on her own as best she can. Has recently taken an interest in Lahan. 17 years old. Nen, Maomao's colleague, she's also Yarrow's lady-in-waiting. She lives for Yarrow, but she's also a big part of the reason Yarrow isn't off on her own yet. It bothers her no end to see Yarrow interested in Lahan. 21 years old. Tianyu, a young physician. A dangerous character who especially likes corpses and dissections. Supposedly a descendant of Kada. Mame, Basin's older sister. Since Daomai and Gaoshiren, her mother and father, were in the western capital, it fell to her to run Ma clan affairs. She can be a force to be reckoned with. Dr. Liu, an upper physician. He and Luo men go way back. He imparts stern instruction to Maomao and her friends. Dr. Li, a middle physician. He went to the western capital with Maomao and the others, and the stuff he went through there really beefed him up. Joker, one of the 3 princesses at the Verdigris house. She knows the 4 classics and 5 books by heart. She possesses a broken jade tablet. Perrin, one of the 3 princesses at the Verdigris house. An amply endowed woman with a gift for dancing. Lishu, formerly one of His Majesty's high consorts, she hails from the Yu clan. She currently lives in a convent. Arduo, an old friend of the emperor's and one of his former high consorts. They had a son together. 39 years old. Kokuyu, a young man with smallpox scars on his face. He's quite cheerful, and is an excellent doctor.